Hi, I'm Mel, engineer here at Hasbro.
And I'm Art, a designer at Hasbro. And we're going to bring you behind the scenes on the new animatronic droid Lola59 featured in the Obi-Wan series on Disney+.
We have a great, long-standing relationship with Lucasfilm. They do a fantastic job of providing us necessary assets to develop against.
And once we get briefed on the character, we can start developing the 3D models to bring that character to life.
Before we even get too far along with physical 3D CAD development, it's always important to have a discussion and kind of an alignment around what scale we want to create this product and this character at. So when we began that discussion, we really evaluated, what could we do to bring her to life at this scale, and what else we could do to enhance it as we brought it up to potentially a bigger scale. So at one point, we scaled up to something that was quite large. So we kind of narrowed down at a little bit of in the middle here. That gave us enough room to house mechanism, create fun animation, be able to fit lights, speaker, key components like that, which ultimately provided a more robust feature set and created a better experience for the consumer.
And once we had settled on the right scale and we built that in 3D and were able to print this model, we realized that there was the potential for a lot of personality to come through in her animations. That meant being able to open and close her mouth, tilt her head, and then have her ears pop open really conveyed a lot of different personality and expressiveness.
We get very early stage models, no deco or anything involved yet, but things that we can actually program and evaluate what really looks expressive. Once we decided about the key animations and motions that we wanted her to have, we had to discuss how the user was going to engage and bring those motions out while they play with the product. So because a lot of what she's doing is very puppet dog-like, it kind of made sense that one of the key interaction points would be simply petting her on the head, kind of touching the top. So that instantly brings her to life. It's a fun, easy way to engage. She's a very, very chatty character, as you can see. One of the other things, because of her expressiveness and how vocal she seems to be with her animations and expressions, we thought that interacting via voice would work. So actually, as I talk, she's essentially reacting to my voice as well.
And one thing that we did was, with the internals, making sure that we could hide the microphone in a detail that's already sculpted in, so the hole for the microphone is actually built right into one of the scribe lines, so trying to make it as invisible as possible so you don't notice it. Once we had settled on the slightly smaller scale from the original models to something more in line with this, we were able to start really digging into the sculpt detail on the character, working on the tolerances around her ear panels, making those as tight as possible while also making sure that the ears were able to lift up and down without any clearance issues. Adding in some of these tech details along the top, around her eye, and on the back of her ears, and then using deco to really make those details pop. So in the reference, we identified that a lot of this gold trim had a really nice metallic bronze look to it, so matching that color as closely as possible, and then using texture to push some aspects back and the metallic to bring them forward.
So here you can actually see a real inside view of the character. We had to pack a lot into a very small space to really bring this product to life. We did some really unique things with this model in terms of having to split the batteries even to have enough space to provide housing so we can have a motor in there, which then ends up powering all those different animations that you see. So there's really a lot packed into this, which from an engineering standpoint was a lot of fun to troubleshoot and problem solve, but also a lot of work.
Lola59 Animatronic Edition is available for pre-order today.
Please head on over to Hasbro Pulse to check it out. We hope when you get your hands on this character, you enjoy it as much as we do.